Hello everyone and welcome to another subscription video, this time for the month of May. Today's coffee, it's a beautiful natural Ethiopia, a Halo Beriti. We are going to be brewing with our classic plastic origami today. A single cup, a single big cup is going to be a ratio of 1:16. So 20 grams of coffee for 320 grams of water. For this recipe, we are going to be using a medium coarse grind size. For the Ke Ultra will be a grind size of 8.5. Also, good news, this grinder was out of stock for a while, but we just restocked them, so it's back in both colors, silver, and this is the iron black. Super fast. Okay. As always, I'm gonna rinse the paper just to get rid of that paper flavor and also to warm up my dripper and the server as well. I just want to make sure my coffee bed is flat before I start putting water in it. And for this coffee, I'm going to be using, for this recipe, 4 pours total, including the bloom. So 60 grams for the bloom. I like doing whatever amount of coffee I'm using times 3. So in this case, 20 grams of coffee, 60 grams of water for the bloom. Then my first pour is going to be the bigger one, 120 grams of water. That's because I want to really show up the sweetness and the body of this coffee, and then 70 and 70 for the last 2 pours. So 60 grams of water, and I'm gonna be doing today a 40 seconds bloom. I like to give it a little swirl to make sure all the coffee bed is wet evenly. I can tell the coffee is fresh, I'm seeing my bubbles.
Why does fresh coffee have more bubbles than coffee that's a little bit more stale?
Because it's still releasing all those gases from the roasting process, so mainly CO2.
And then earlier when you said you wanted this coffee to be a little bit sweeter, so that's why you're doing your big pour first?
Yes.
Does it extract differently, or?
Yes, usually during the first pour, it extracts more of the sweetness of the coffee. Okay, so my second pour at 40 seconds, I'm gonna go all the way up to 180 grams. And as you could see there, I'm always going like from the middle of the coffee bed all around to the outside without touching the walls of my dripper. Around a minute 20, I'm gonna go all the way up to 250. So it's a 70 grams pour. The server that I'm using today too from Icosa Brewing House, it does have an aroma peak in the middle. The server is gonna slowly pour, that way it's gonna retain most of the aroma of the coffee as well. And around a minute 50, I'm gonna go all the way up to 320, so that's my last pour. Total brew time for today should be between 2 minutes, 50 to 3 minutes. Our temperature of the water was 94 degrees approximately. For this coffee, as I mentioned before, is a natural coffee. It does say in the process in the back here that it's a special prep natural. That means that it's more like a premium natural. So in the washing station where the coffee is collected, they are just making sure that they do like a lot of hand sorting. They use 90% of just like perfectly ripe fruits, 5% of overripe, and they make sure that all the coffee that is processed is only collected in the same day as well. So yeah, it's more like a premium natural, but it's a basic natural process. Okay, perfect, that was ready at 3 minutes. So the idea of the server as well is that when you do your swirls, it creates a little more bubbles than normal, and that also helps to release and retain the aroma. So it retains it in the middle part here, and then it's open for your nose to smell. But a lot of like cooked peaches and cherry. Okay, and I'm gonna be serving the coffee in the Alto Tasting Icosa glasses from the same company. Jesse, which one do you want?
Pink one.
Pink one. Careful, it's hot. While we wait for our coffee to cool down a little before tasting, I just want to mention that today I also used the Café Dacona dual mirror scale. It was recently featured in the Barista magazine. We can see Ply in this section is called Stuff that Ply loves. So yeah, you can see him using the scale and he's telling you a little bit why he loves it. It's a very cool scale because it does have a dual mirror effect where you can have your time on the other side of the scale. So while you're brewing coffee, on the other side as a mirror, you can see what the person who's brewing is doing. So it's great for just like teaching or when you are showing your recipe to someone. We use it at the cafe every day. And yeah, it's very useful when customers have questions about our coffee or recipes. I guess I would like to mention too that we do have this coffee in our pour over menu as well as a espresso option. So if you don't have the subscription or if you are curious to taste our coffee with us at the cafe, we can talk more about it or your own recipes as well. And you can taste it as espresso. It's still a little warm. Personally, I've been tasting this coffee a lot and I do prefer it once it cools down a little. But definitely a lot of blueberry, cherry, some plum for me, some grapes as well. But once it starts to cool down, I feel like more mandarin, more citrus, more blueberry nose start appearing, but overall, very nice. Well, thank you so much for looking at today's recipe. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments and enjoy.